It has emerged that assailants of the late investigative journalist Ahmed Suale spent hours waiting for him in his house before killing him. According to a neighbor who witnessed the shooting incident, the two men on a motorbike spent the day idling around the neighborhood waiting for the opportune moment to strike.
So around 10 to 10:20 p.m. there, Ahmed came inside and then he came and entered into his car. So he was coming, so and then these motor guys also went there. So I was standing in front of where the woman sells. Some women used to sell tea and then Indomie at the place. So I was buying tea. So the big man who was sitting behind the short one who was having the gun. So what I heard was that the big man said, "Kehami," where he took the gun from. But we didn't know it was a gun. Or we didn't know it was a gun that maybe the man was using.
He spoke gun?
He spoke gun. He spoke Awisa and then Chi.
But he said Kehami?
Yeah, he said Kehami. And then he took that. Maybe we don't know what he was taking from the guy because we don't know who they are and then what they came for. So I was standing there with the woman who was doing the tea. So what I heard was a gunshot, pow. Then I turned. So Ahmed was he was forced to move the car. And
he was driving at the time,
yeah, he
out
was,
of the house.
Yes. So as soon as when he reached the T-junction there, he slowed down because he wanted to pass left. So he slowed down, and then that man was standing behind that pole over there. Yeah, that pole over there. He was standing behind that pole. So he shot him first gunshot before Ahmed moved the car, and then the second one. So Ahmed was rushing, so he used the car to enter that kiosk, that saloon over there. So he used the car to enter, and then the man went there again and gave him the last shot. So make it three gunshots.
He followed him into the shot.
He followed him into the shot and gave him 3 gunshots.
We continue, and President Nana Akufo-Addo has condemned the killing of an investigator with Aremeyao and Nasser's Tiger IPI, Ahmed Hussein-Suale. While extending condolences to the family of the deceased, the president said he expects the police to bring the perpetrators of the act to book. Meanwhile, former President John Dramani Mahama has called on government and security agencies in the country to work judiciously in bringing to book the assailants of Tiger IPI's lead investigative journalist, Ahmed Hussein-Suale, who was killed on Wednesday allegedly by unknown assailants. We turn our attention to education, where some senior high school teachers are organizing vacation classes for SHS2 students who are not back in school. Though not compulsory, this puts a financial burden on parents under an SHS system which is supposed to be free.
Senior high school students in Ghana would have been starting their second term at the beginning of the new year. But the academic calendar has changed due to the introduction of government's double-track system under the free senior high school policy. The first term ended shortly before the Christmas holiday, but second-year students will not return to the classrooms until March 2019. The long break is a worry to some parents.
I'm looking at the aspect where now they have a long break, which has to almost 3 months. The other aspect has to do with you have to look for extra classes, which is now going.
Currently, only third and both tracks of first-year students are in school. The vacation period does not only affect all SHS2 students, but their teachers too, some of who have come together to organize vacation classes for their students.
Yes, we are organizing vacation school for SHS2 students who are currently on vacation, and but we are not organizing it in the premises of Accra High School. We are charging 250 Ghana cedis for the tuition.
A directive from the Ghana Education Service bars all schools from organizing extra classes, which puts extra financial burdens on parents. But Mr. Sefakai insists the teachers have not flouted any rule.
As I said, it is not a school that is organizing the vacation school. It is a few teachers who have come together to do that. So once we are not doing it in the premises of Accra High School, we are not in violation of what the GES had put across.
Let's talk about some transportation. And it's been only 3 days after the Ghana Railway Company Limited went to areas along the Accra-Tema railway line, which are heavily populated with squatters, to conduct an eviction exercise. However, these illegal settlers have returned, and the very structures that were destroyed in Monday's exercise have been re-erected.
These areas along the railway line from the Central Business District in Accra through Circle to Aveno are bustling. It doesn't suggest that the Ghana Railway Company Limited spent resources to evict these squatters only 48 hours ago.
Shop owners at Odorna say the turning of the market into a place of abode is to blame for the fire that occurred yesterday.
Yesterday when I was here, the first thing that came into my mind is that, how about the people who are depending on me? I have one worker who just lost the husband. Tomorrow they are burying her. And immediately after burying the husband, she has to come to work. But what is she coming to do?
The mayor of Accra earlier today instructed that the markets be shut down to enable a thorough investigation into the cause of the fire. He indicated that his outfit would get to the bottom of the matter.
These areas along the railway line from the Central Business District in Accra through Circle to Aveno are bustling. It doesn't suggest that the Ghana Railway Company Limited spent resources to evict these squatters only 48 hours ago. But despite numerous notices from the company, these squatters have returned. Adamant, many of them will not speak to me, perhaps out of fear, but one who cared to speak to me pleaded on government to relocate them if it really wanted them to move away. But with the return of the squatters and the presence of their makeshift structures once more, the Ghana Railway Company has no other choice but to apply stringent measures which will put an end to the encroachment situation permanently. Here is Zephaniah Asante Ekufu again.
As you can see, most of these structures are wooden. And when you bring down a wooden structure, it doesn't take too long to get it back, because all you need is a pound of nails and a hammer. Then you just hit it and it's all back. But we are trying to do it on maybe a weekly basis. We clear this week, we come back. If they're still there, we clear them again, so they come no more. And this time we've decided to not leave the broken structures for them to pick their belongings up, because we realize when we leave them, they take the wood, join them together, and they are back again. So